TFP Student Action is here at George Mason University protesting the sin of abortion.
Howdy, and welcome to America Needs Fatima. My name is Adrian Fonseca, and before we get going, make sure to hit subscribe and click the notification bell to never miss out on another story of Mary. Oh, and also make sure you comment down below to share your thoughts on today's topic. I'm going to be looking forward to seeing what you think about all of this. Okay, about the video in the beginning. When TFP Student Action visits college campuses around the US, they have found that nothing gets leftist students more worked up than a peaceful pro-life rally. Their visit to George Mason University was no exception. Some of the pro-abortion students got so wild that they harassed and injured Kevin, one of our 20-year-old volunteers, as he prayed the Rosary for the unborn. After that happened, a student yelled, "We've got to get them back in blood." His crime? Practicing his constitutional right to pray in public. The left's reaction? The expressed desire to exterminate anyone who disagrees with them. But Kevin didn't give up. He and his 12 colleagues stood their ground. The pro-abortion mob resorted to swearing, spitting, theft, and physical assault. One pro-abortion man blew cigarette smoke into the TFP member's John's face. But the outnumbered pro-life group refused to be bullied into silence. Now let me tell you the rest of the story. You'll have a hard time believing what these pro-abort students actually said out loud. One leftist said TFP volunteers should not have free speech rights. She yelled, "I hate you. I am not part of the tolerant left. I am part of the intolerant left." Well, at least she was more consistent than most liberals. Then the relatively calm atmosphere was shattered when a boisterous group of pro-aborts formed in front of the TFP volunteers. They brought out their trumpets and guitars, and they pranced around insulting anyone who opposed abortion. Eventually, more pro-aborts gathered, forming a mob of about 200. They screamed, "My body, my choice," over and over again. They haven't yet figured out that the body inside your body is not your body. One abortion advocate yelled, "I want to kill all babies." Horrific. At least 2 individuals spat at the TFP volunteers and others shredded the TFP flyers. One individual ate a flyer, ripping pieces out and stuffing them into his mouth. A most profound argument, at least for their side. Then feminists chalked abortion slogans on the sidewalk with red chalk. After they scribbled, their hands were stained red. So they mocked, saying, "This symbolizes the blood that is on your hands." But a TFP member retorted that, if anything, it represents the blood on pro-abortion hands that promotes the murder of innocent babies. It's not clear why they would say we have blood on our hands when we condemn the killing of innocent children. But let's not waste too much time trying to analyze their arguments with logic. Evil is never convinced that it is correct. It is driven by pure hatred of the good. And since the mob refused to engage in intellectual conversation, TFP members decided to pray the joyful mysteries of the Rosary. Like an exorcism, the prayers enraged the pro-abortion students who screamed vile insults and blasphemed the name of God. They bumped and poked TFP members and whispered taunts and lewd insults into their ears. After praying the Rosary under constant harassment, it was time to leave. That's when a burly man ripped the megaphone out of Kevin's hand. The attacker twisted Kevin's hand, injured his thumb, tore his jacket and his pants. Although the thief ran off with the megaphone, several TFP volunteers chased after him and retrieved it.
This is TFP Student Action's first day in defense of the unborn. just happened?
He stole this mega and he ran out with it and he threw it.
Gotta get it back in blood! Sorry for that.
In blood? You said in blood? So as soon as we wrapped up, some man came, stole this megaphone here, and ran off. So one of our volunteers ran off right after him, and eventually he just tossed it all the way and continued running. So he ran away, he cowered away, but we were able to retrieve it thanks to our lady. The beat's on your side.
Then the aggressor had the nerve to come back and brag about his theft. The hubris of evil knows no limits. But it was encouraging to hear that during the chaos, several students joined the pro-life campaign and stayed with the TFP volunteers until the end and offered assistance. Overall, hearing this story made me pause. It made me think that nothing good or enduring will ever come from the immoral culture of death. The abortion movement thrives on destroying innocent life and so contains the seed of its own demise. But, without a doubt, it is Our Lady who will crush the serpent, as she always does. She will grant the graces to soften evil hearts, but that doesn't leave you or me off the hook. At Fatima, she asked for our cooperation. She said our prayers and sacrifices will save souls from hell. Therefore, I never tire of retelling the Fatima story or message, because every time I tell a story like the one you heard today, I remember there is still hope, seeing the good it does for the many who are isolated in this God-forsaken world. Without question, the future belongs to God and those who remain faithful to Him. So let's all pray that more people become faithful. Please join me today in making the 3 Hail Marys pledge. Simply pray 3 Hail Marys a day and offer your prayer to help me spread awareness of Our Lady of Fatima's message to save as many souls as possible. Please click the link in the description down below or in the comment section and make the 3 Hail Marys pledge now. And that's all we have for you today. Thank you for watching, everyone, and may God bless you and Mary Immaculate keep you under her mantle. God love you.